Hello, and welcome to the Week 3 update for Raven's Training Ground. This update is for July 9th, but I'm recording this on July 4th, so if there's anything that happens in the next 5-ish days, I will catch that up in the next week. This week, and by week I mean from Sunday until today being Tuesday, we had 15 commits from 4 different contributors, which brings our lifetime commits to 73 from 5 lifetime contributors, and we will be finishing week 3 of 15. This week so far, Chris L. has altered the current combatant targeting system, consolidated the support tasks for player and enemy, moved the particle systems out of the battle station and into the units, and then added these support spells for both the player and on the auto battle system. Stebbs went through and built onto the main menu system. We'll see that in just a second. Christian G came in and added an alternative way to set up the combatants list, and then added states for all of the different units. He also added a function to grab the players or enemies from the combatants list so we could tell a difference between the units without having separate lists. And then I went through and added the Erebus character model as well as the animations, started adding cheat codes to jump our way around the different battle phases, as well as started in on the end battle screen and the all party attacks menu. So let's pop on over to the demo here. First, let's start off in the main menu, where we can also hear our background music from MD Fuchs. So I believe in its current iteration that is going to be used as our battle music, but you can see that we now have a settings option right here, where we have our autoplay toggle, we have our volume slider, which we can turn all the way down or all the way back up, our difficulty settings, which we'll be adding later in the game, we have our camera sensitivity for how sensitive we want the camera to be while the player's moving around in the overworld level, and we also have this back button acting with some functionality. This exit button also does an application.quit, but that won't work here in the editor. So that is what we see in the main menu. So let's jump on over into our scene. So there's not going to be a lot to see physically in the scene, but we may be able to see our Erebus model. There we go. So there's our new Erebus character model. Got a couple of tattoos as well as hair, and he has his own wand system and his own animations. He is the only player that will be left-handed, so that's pretty cool. A lot of what Chris and Christian were working on were under the hood, but we had some changes to our unit script where a lot of this is getting commented out and restructured, and we'll be seeing a new system of how that is going to work, as well as in our battle sequence. We're also seeing quite a bit of commented out code or code restructuring. So I'm hoping in the next week or two, that entire system will be fleshed out. I also wanted to hit upon the different items that we're working on. So we have the knockout button, where if you press that, all of the opponents will be knocked out, which will allow the player to do an all-out attack. So once all of them are knocked out, you can do a group attack right here, and right now it's just leading to our a print statement for it, but that will cause damage that the entire party can do to the group of enemies, and it will knock them out of it, but you can see their little animation there when they are knocked out, so this will happen if the player attacks them, which I don't think we have currently functioning, but you did just see the support spells working for each of the different unit characters. So that's been integrated back into it. And all these guys are still having their little animations there. So now if we were to, let's hope I didn't break it too bad. Maybe cleaner if we just restart it here. We also have a cheat code here for victory. So if we do the victory, we can see the end screen transition, which will take whoever was the most recent person to do the attack. It will change all of their materials to whatever their specific color is, and we have that stored in a game manager list as well inside of the individual units. There we go, right down here. So if we press the victory button, which would be V, we can see the camera focus in on them. They change their color, and it opens up a menu system there. And it plays our little victory animation, so you can see all of the different players have their own little color and their own little animation. So this continue button will take you back to the main menu, or not the main menu, but the overworld menu, where we have a bit of an issue going on, which we have a Trello card for to fix that. But I believe that is all that we have in terms of changes to the game between Sunday and today. So if we jump on over to the Trello board here, I'm going to leave these here until we fully get through the rest of the week, and then we'll see what got done or what didn't get done. In the next coming up week, we're going to be working on the Ravens store, which will be allowing us to add items and use those items in the battle sequence, as well as adding our experience and leveling up system. We're going to keep working on this auto battle system and then a couple of sound effects. So there's plenty of ways to get involved, and that is our weekly update.